and this is like you said, and prejudice against Italians in America.
Sure. Yeah.
How about Americans in Italy? I think it was more of that, because I really do, because the Italians looked at Americans as being rich, brash, didn't know anything about food, culture, and they dressed badly. Because I was standing in front of the American Express office on the Spanish Steps, right? Spanish Steps. I was there to get my check for Fulbright. That's where they sent it. I'd come out, I was sitting there, had on my overcoat. No, I think it's just a shirt and a pair of pants. Very modest. A guy said to me, an American tourist came by, right? With what you might say, shorts that were going this way, shirt was going the other way. It didn't match. Let's put it that way. It didn't match. The guy goes to me in Italian. He goes, "These crazy Americans, they don't even know how to dress." And I went, "Eh vero, eh vero." You thought it was Italian. So I did feel there was a little bit of a prejudice against Americans. And in fact, when I went back to Italy some years later to sing, the conductor said some things too. He thought he didn't understand it, but I did. He said something like, "You know, the Americans saved us in World War II," or something like that. And he said, they think they're such hot stuff. Something like that. In Italian, you know, that was the gist of it. And I said to him, "I don't appreciate that. I don't think it's, you know," he knew it was American, but didn't know I could understand what he said. I said, "I really don't appreciate that. I don't think that's very true." I said, "We did save your ass." I didn't say it like that. I said, we really did save you, you know, because we cared, and you're a great country, and, you know, a little more gratitude would help." But I think they had an ambiguous relationship with America. You know, we saved them, but when someone saves you, you feel an obligation. And so I think, don't you think? I mean, there's something in there sociologically. I don't know what it is, but I think it's a love-hate thing. Because I know that some of the most hysterical movies I saw in Italy, the one especially, Alberto Sordi, remember him? I love Alberto, so I fell in love with Sordi. There was a movie where he wanted to be American. He dressed, Cowboys and Indians was this thing. He dressed in cowboy outfits. He had cowboy. He came. He went to American movies, and I never forget the one scene where, you know, Italians for breakfast have coffee and maybe latte, yeah, whatever, very light, you know. And so he went to American. So he had American cereal. And he went to his mother. He was living with his mother. So he went to. He went to the breakfast, and he went to American. So he grabbed the dish of like cornflakes and he went, "Ah!" It's a story, you know. "Give me some spaghetti," or something, you know.
Gli americani non bevono vino rosso, bevono il latte, apposta non si imbriacano. Che avete visto mai un americano ubriaco voi? Io non ho visto mai un americano ubriaco. Gli americani sono forti. Mazza, gli americani. Non puoi mica combattere contro gli americani. Gli americani mangiano marmolata, maccheroni, noccialetti, distruggo sei maccheroni. Che mi guardi con quella faccia intrepida? Mi sembri un verme, maccherone. So I think that had a love-hate with Americans. You know.
Were you already fluent in Italian when you went to Rome?
No, I wasn't fluent. That's very interesting because my mother spoke a dialect. My father spoke a good Italian too. My father actually had a very good accent. I mean, high Italian, you know, Tuscan. Because he's from Bologna. But so I remember in my freshman year, I took Italian at college. We had to take Italian, French, and German, 1 year each, 1 full year of each as our program. And I took Italian because, hey, my parents are Italian. It's going to be a snap. I didn't do well at all because I really had very little background. I remember even coming back at Christmas time and saying, "Ma, how's this Italian person?" I went, "Cielo, cielo," right? She goes, "That's not right, it's cielo." I said, "No, it's my teacher said it's cielo," which of course is right. But she had a little cielo, like a Roman southern dialect. So Italian was difficult. I knew how to pronounce it well. Very little knowledge, but you know, in a little while you pick it up. I actually think by the end of 2 years I was okay. When I went back to sing again, it became a lot better, even better. But I do forget it very quickly. I have to be I think I need 2 or 3 weeks in Italy to really get the rhythm and the sense, and vocabulary, which I lack, to really speak well. I'll never forget, after 22 months on a Fulbright, we invited my maestro for dinner before we left, my voice teacher. He and his wife came over, had a nice meal. And by that time I was doing well in Italian. I mean, I could really go shopping, I could do everything. I could converse, have conversations. And he said to me in Italian, he said, you know, Ronald, it's really a shame you didn't learn Italian better. It was like, shot, right? But, you know, I took it with the greatest hope because I think I did pretty well.